Alright, good evening everyone. Thank you for joining in to our live stream here. We will talk about the advanced technical analysis, how to improve your trading returns by following the big boys. As we know, in the market, we always follow the same old way to analyze it by just looking into the chart pattern or maybe resistance breakout. But the problem here is that I find, not just a lot of traders in the market, they always have this experience where they find, let's say, you know how to draw a resistance line, a chart pattern. You find a chart pattern like this, and then it always have a resistance breakout with high volume. So this is actually a technical entry for most of us. But the problem here is that most of the time, after we enter into these stocks, you can see the stock price starts to goes down lower and hit our cut loss point, and that's it. So we have to cut loss, we have to suffer the losses. Imagine if you're entering at this point here, which is about 89 cents, and then you have to cut loss at somewhere around like 74 cents. That is about 15 cents of losses, which you can actually huge. Let's say you are buying 100 lots for these stocks, you are losing about 1,005 from here. But from here, we are able to know whether the big boys, the price will continue to mark it up higher, or they will have a failed breakout from here. We have shared this in our trading view site, so you can see from our ideas from here. Let me show it to you guys. We have shared out from here on November 3rd. We know that the stock price is not going to mark it up higher, even though with this price breakout here. The reason is because it's very simple. Because in the 5-minute charts, we find that the stock price, it moves like this. Because when the price are moving up higher, there's a lot of price showing. After that is there's a lot of high volume are being thrown down. So this actually tells us that they have not much of intention to mark the price up higher. And guess what? After that, the price of the day, it starts to goes down lower. So how do we know about this? Is because we don't use the traditional way to look into the stock market. We are looking into the way of how the big boys works, analyzing the 5-minute charts and to know whether they have the intention to mark it up higher. I know a lot of you want to improve your trading returns, but you do not know where to start with, because in the market it's always about the same old technical analysis. All you can do is just to look for those additional strategies, indicators and all this, but it's always fail to tell us whether they will mark the price up higher. Okay, so that's why we need to be very precise on what we are looking into it. Let's say another example here. There's a lot of resistant breakout stocks in the past few months, but it's always failed. So other than this, we also have like, not this one, Synergen, yeah, Synergen here. So if you look into this, it's something like a ascending triangle breakout. So you can see the resistance line over here, and then the price are moving up like this. It has a breakout over here, but the problem is they don't have the intention to mark the price up higher after the resistance is breakout. So if you are using this way to enter into the stocks, the traditional way to enter into the stock, you will have a very high chances that you get stuck in the stocks. It works when it's a bull market, come on, but which strategy doesn't work is in a bull market. The problem here is that we need to know when the bull market is up, when it's near to the peak, how do we know it's at the peak? And this is just for the big boys to do some attracting buyers, and then to attract the retail investor to come in so that they can sell and sell and sell and sell and sell it down, so they can distribute their shares. So the traditional technical analysis will not be able to tell us this, because you are only looking at the daily charts. So it's basically like reading the book by the cover. but you never understand the content of it. That's why we need to look into the 5-minute charts to understand more about what is their intention. So from here we can see the price are at the high side here. So how do we know when the breakout happens they do not have the intention to mark it up higher? It's pretty simple. We just need to look into daily charts over here. You can see high volume comes in, but the price is not marking up higher. So why is there a high volume coming in, the price is not marking up higher? Very simple. They are selling pressure. All the big boys are pausing the price. They don't want them to move it up higher so that they can continue to create that kind of fear of missing out in the market to attract the retail investors to come in. So that is the reason why. So that's why when you, if let's say you want to improve your trading returns, then you will need to look into this, look into details instead of just looking into the daily charts. It won't help you at all because you get trapped at the high side very often. You might say you wait for it to have a rebound and then you start to enter into a rebound at the resistance over here, but you can see the stocks are going down. So that's why we need to know how the big boys work. So when we look into big boys, we're going to need to look into details. You can find whether they will have a rebound that is coming, whether the price are moving up with high volume. This shows that they have the intention to mark the price up higher. That's why this is more of a precise entry or analysis for your stocks. So you know that, oh, which are the stocks that they have the intention to mark the price up higher, which are the stocks that they want to move it up higher. And also, you can also look into something like this, where this is what we call a moving house, where the big boys doing a accumulation. So something like this, they do accumulation. They always do accumulation like this. They do it quietly. You wouldn't notice it. Retail investor would not identify this. The reason is because when you the retail investor will only notice when the stock price is at this point, when it's moving up higher, and when that is actively traded. So when it's actively traded, this actually is a marketing way operation by the big boys, so that they bought the, let's say they bought the stocks at around like 13 or maybe 14 cents. So while they are marking up higher, they see retail investor comes in, they sell and sell and sell. So this is how they make the profit on the way up. So when they have lesser shares in hand, they start to throw the price down lower. So that's why this, you do not learn this from the traditional technical analysis. You will find this in the advanced technical analysis, which what we call it our operator analysis. So you can apply this principle into all different markets. I'm trying out in Singapore market. It works in Singapore market as well, and also you can apply into a different market also, and but just that maybe you need to do some tweaks or changes for the entry and also for the exit. So this is an example that they already move up higher. So from 14 over cents up to 24 cents, that's like 10 cents of a profit. From here is about September until November. So we have a lot more others examples over here that you can see. In the past, they have like moving house like this, where you retail investor would not notice it at the bottom, but we notice that. Okay, so we know that once they have done the accumulation, then they will start to mark the price up higher. So why do they do it quietly? First thing, of course, they don't want you to get noticed, so that they can transfer the share into different tranches, into different people are holding this out of shares, so that they have a group A that is holding these shares, and then group B that has the fund. Then they keep on churning the price up higher and higher until they find that they have distributed 80% of the shares at the high side. Okay, when they are distributing, they will distribute on the way up, by the way. So that's why you will see there's a price down. So why is there a price down over here? Is mainly because of the big boys. They see retail investors are parking at the lower point, so they sell it down to them. So that's why they are taking profit here, taking profit here, taking profit here. But when you start to see they don't have much of the retrace that is going on, so you can see our exit is here, take profit over here. Why we take profit at this point is because we find that they have not much intention to mark the price up higher anymore. So it's very near to the peak here. So it's more towards of this analysis is more towards to understanding the price movement, so you know that what is going to happen next, so that you can react to it, rather than just setting a profit target like just now that I show you. Let's say the stocks, not this one, not this one, the stock I showed you just now, where and a triangle breakout. So you do a measurement from here, from the base, how wide is the uh, triangle, and then you post it over here before the price actually reach the take profit target, then the price start to fall. So if you are looking in this way, you will have one problem, is that you can just wait for the price to hit your profit target, or you can only wait for the cut loss. But if you know this way, so you can actually take the profit here first before the price actually fall, and this is how you can secure your profit. Okay, so you don't need to have your profit turn into losses. So this is the reason why we always emphasize on understand how the stock market works instead of understand how the company actually works. The stock market, it works in this way: expectation, how far the price, the big boys want to mark the price up higher, so they are the one that they are marking the price. So your current analysis, is it able to tell you precisely what is going to happen next? But we can do that by simply just analyze their price and volume. You can see that we don't have any of the indicators are being used here. So when you understand how the big boys works, you can basically find these kind of stocks that they have accumulation and mark the price up higher. So you can see at the bottom here, they have about a very identical price movement like this. Okay, so you can see it like here. And also they have other stocks like this one. I don't think they have a name of it, but they have, like, let's say KPSCB, long time ago they have done this. So where was it? Yeah, somewhere around here. We'll be able to, this one is not so obvious for you to see it, but there after you learn how to look into this, then you will know, like, how do they do the price up and all, how do they do the accumulation and all. So the accumulation is about the same thing. You can see not very liquid, but why is there volume coming in one by one? The reason is because the big boys, they are transferring the share. They can't transfer all the share in one day, because you get notice. When you get notice, then everyone will start to jump into it. So that's why they do it go by tranche. Once they transfer the share, and then that's it, they get out. Okay, once they transfer the share, that's it, they get out, and then they mark the price up higher. So we can see 45 up to 70 cents. You can easily find these kind of stocks. So investing in the stock market is not just guessing, or if you find at the moment you feel that is very demotivating, not sure how the market works, or you have lost some of the money in the market, you seems like you have learned all the things in the market, but it's not giving you that kind of result into it. Then you need to learn how these big boys actually do the accumulation, and also how these big boys actually move the stocks, so that you will know what will happen next. Okay, like I show you in most of our sharing last time in the trading view, let's say our idea over here, starting from the very low time. Okay, so from here, this is HLT Global. So we said that this is a price bottom for HLT Global. At that time was October, 21st of October. So it's bottoming. So we know that the big boys are coming in to support the price. So next thing is that you can see the stock price have a short-term rebound over here. Okay, so if we can time where is the bottom, so we can time where is the peak as well. Just now, like what I shared to you guys, the SYS Corp, that is where we can find it. So this is one of it. And then also we have like this one here, Eco World. Why we enter at 25th? We enter on 25th in the morning. Okay, this one you can check the this one is blocked because we share in trading view is we can't share any of our link into it, so that's why. Okay, so the reason why we enter here is because we find that the stock price movement the day before they mark the price up higher. They have intention to mark it up higher. So these are the small details that you can find in the stock market, that you can use this to actually make the profit out of it and find the big boys, follow the big boys. Okay, other than this, we also have like eco world. Okay, so this one we share like rebound. Okay, so I already shared to you guys. Then selling pressure on the HATA. On this day, HATA is going to have a selling pressure here, so next day you can see the price actually starts to go down lower. Okay, so this is the day that we share, and after that the price actually goes down lower. So we can time where is the bottom, you can time where is the top, so you can react to it before the price actually goes down lower. So you no longer need to actually hold on to the losses over here. You can just grab the profit and then run. Okay, so this is one of the examples. So HATA, then SYS I already shared to you. So this one I share, beware of retrace for Top Glove on 15th of November. So there will be a price down. The reason is because in the 5-minute chart, it shows that they have the price down. So these are the sharing that you can, these are the things that you can actually follow. So it's not that difficult. If I can, you can do it as well. All right. So this is my sharing over here. Basically, today the live stream is just to share with you guys on the idea of how you can actually follow the big boys in the market by looking into simple thing, 5-minute charts, or maybe look into daily chart, understand how the price work. Okay, because when the big boys want to mark the price up higher, they need to do accumulation. Then they mark the price up higher, attract retailers who comes in to buy at the lower point, and they sell it down to them. Okay, to take profit. Then mark up higher again to attract buyers to come in again, and then they see buyers coming in, then they sell it down to them again. So they keep on doing the same thing again and again until they distributed majority of their shares, and that's the price pick. And then if let's say you want to go for short term, you can enter at the bottom, find where's the rebound point, enter, and then exit at the high side, like what we shared in our share to you just now, how we can find the bottom and pick at the top, more precise than using any indicators or any of the resistance line or support line, because all those are laggy. It's always late. So by the time the indicators show you that the price is going to have a retrace, the price could have already gotten down here. So it's always late to tell you that. Or you are using any of the RSI, I can show it to you, like maybe you use RSI, or maybe stochastic oscillator. Stochastic oscillator, not this one. This one should be. Okay, how do I open this? Stochastic, yeah. Stochastic oscillator, this one here, I just have to close it. Okay, I changed the line to yellow, and then this one also changed to a yellow one, so it's easier to see. So if you're looking at this, you can find that whenever the stock price is at the peak, is at the high side. So when it crosses down, it shows, let's say it's at the peak, then you have to sell. So this one, you will not enter into it, because this one wise, everything is at the peak here. So you will not enter when the price is here. So you cannot catch this price here because it's always oversold. All right. Then you can see when the price cross down, let's say RSI over here, when it cross down, really cross down, which is on this day. So it's always too late to tell you that the price is going down. Okay, so that's why is RSI, all this, why indicators are always late for us to react to it, is because these are the indicators that they are using the calculation, the formula of the average price. So the big boys don't use average price, that saying that the price keep on supporting, going up higher and higher and higher. So what they do here is that they mark up higher and they see is there any enough of retail investors are parking at the lower point. That's where they start to throw it down lower and take the profit. Okay, All right, so that's my sharing over here. And of course, if let's say you want to know more, you can join our Wednesday class, our webinar class, to understand more. I'll share more details into that. And if let's say you want to learn more about this, you don't need to actually attend our webinar to know more about this. You can contact us on December. We will be having our training class for December. Our operator analysis is an 8 months of training. So we go through all this one by one with you, from the very from how the big boys actually works in the market, how their operation works, up until how to look into details of doing day trading. So you learn all this in the 8 months course. All right, so if you are interested, just give us a PM and we'll let you know more about it. All right, so thank you very much for joining. And if you want to join into our Wednesday class webinar to find out more about this, so do PM us as well. Okay, let us know that you want to join in, then we'll send the invitation link to every one of you. All right, thank you very much for joining, and I'll see you guys again later on. I'll be having a Sunday pre-market prep. You might want to join in to our live stream as well. Thank you very much. See you guys again later. Bye bye.
Wrong and Search. True traders react to the market.